Hi, my loves. Jarae, Milay, girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with some commentary and more like a review of Young and Reckless Season 2, Episode 2. Now, before I hop into my commentary, you already know I'm going to ask you to hit that like button before you even get into the review, sister. Go ahead and hit the like button because it lets YouTube know, hey, we like this kind of content from her, and it just helps the community continue to grow. Now, I'm going to be quite honest here. I started with Young and Reckless today. Okay. I started with Young and Reckless because, again, I know that Baddies is going to give us another slow, boring episode, like, dragging shit out and everything like this. Clearly, we're still dealing with the Baddies because it's like the bigger, the better produced show. But Young and Reckless is really that girl. So let's get into it. The episode kicks off right between the fight of Patricia and Nugg. Now, I did not post the actual footage or the screen grabs because the last time I did that with Greek Life, girl, they demonetized immediately. So, girl, I ain't even about to sit up here and play with it. But when I tell y'all that fight was serious, that was a very, very serious fight. Like, that was a very serious fight. When Nugg stood up and so she ended up throwing mac and cheese. That's what it was. I thought it was mashed potatoes. She said, "Yeah, I reached in my purse and I had that Chick-fil-A macaroni and cheese and I threw it at her and I got with her." Girl, Nugg was punching Patricia so hard. Ferrari stood behind the security guard. You know what I'm saying? It was so hard. Like it was bad, y'all. I don't think I got any footage from the fight. I don't think I got any footage from the fight, but it was bad. That's all I'm gonna say. It was real, 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 real bad. Um, I think when Nug threw the macaroni and cheese, the twins got hit, or I think the bigger twin got hit. That was on her face, just sitting there like mush face. You know what I'm saying? And I was just looking at myself like, now the twins need to say something or whatever. Like she really need to say something because she's just like, I ain't even do nothing. This macaroni and cheese hit me. I don't even like macaroni and cheese. For any confessional being messy, like myself, I know I'm white, but that macaroni and cheese was dry. Like, girl, not you being a white woman. Anyway, Nug come out, I'm like, yeah, my fault, sis. And I'm like, oh, all right. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, the twins looking at them like, sister, well, when you want pop? You won't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. But girl, when I tell you the way Nug beat up that girl, I'm talking that first round was what it was. Okay. Like, it was kind of like, all right, boom, 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 boom. So Ferrari comes out and Ferrari is talking to, Patricia. She in the corner, she all beat up. And she's like, this is Patricia. You need to chill. You need to tell her to chill. I'm not on it. I'm not going to disrespect you. You need to tell her to chill. I love you, but I'm not going to do that. Ferrari just looking like, girl, you take that shit up with her. You take that shit with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, absolutely. You trying to like make Ferrari control Nug, girl. Ferrari can't stand on her 10 any damn way. What you trying to hide behind Ferrari for? I'm telling y'all, when she saw that fight pop off, Ferrari hit behind that security guard. Drop a heart in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Drop a heart in the comment section. Like, I know I'm not bugging. I seen it. So the twins is in a confession, like, well, she apologized. So I'm gonna just let it be what it is. I mean, I can respect it. I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? And because the twins is setting up and gearing up to have beef with Trills, with Renee, I already know that, they're gonna be loped up with Ivory. Well, anyway, so Ferrari starts talking about the house rules, and she's like, "Well, the house rules is like, I don't want anybody sneaking or whatever." So, Nug like, "So you saying I snuck her? I snuck her? Whatever." She was like, "Well, she was sitting down or whatever." She was like, "Nah, she stood up," and I saw Patricia stand up. Patricia was on it. I did see her stand up too. Now, whether she got snuck or not, it is what it is. So she's like, "You want to run it back? You want to run it back?" And so Nug like, "Let the girl out the room. Let the girl out the room." So Patricia comes out the room. She got her wig on immediately. I'm like, "Girl, what you got this wig on for, sister? You don't realize you are engaged. They got you activated right now, sis. Take that and wig off. Put you a little scully on and keep it pushed, ma." So she come out the room or whatever. And she steady popping like, I don't know. Da, da, da. So Nug like, shut the fuck up and throw something at her or whatever. So she's like, you're trying to bully me. You're trying to bully me. You're not about to bully me or whatever. So they kind of line it up to where like the security guards back up off of Patricia. And Nug had the full-fledged opportunity to hit her. Girl, when I tell you Patricia was trying to take off her shoe and Nug was squaring up, getting to it. I'm like, why was she trying to take off her shoe? What was you trying to do? Take off your shoe and hit her with it? Like, that's some real old lady shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, girl, you trying to take off that shoe, bending all over, head all down. When I tell you Nugg wore her out the frame. Y'all hear me? It was so bad. I feel like this is one of the longer fights that I've seen in Now Let's TV. I'm not even gonna lie. And I feel like they kind of let her have it because Patricia was popping it. They wanted it was like one of those situations where I feel like it's sometimes when we watch this type of TV shows that it gets a little heaviness, because I'm okay with a friendly fade, ying, 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 whatever. But I don't want to see anybody get really hurt. And the way that Nugg was hitting that girl, it looked like she could have really, really gotten hurt. And it's one of those moments like, damn, like this is they ain't lying when they say it's raw. Like it's a little bit too much for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be too much. She was knocking her. It was like Nugg had one hand on her, like her left hand, but like stiff, like you ain't going nowhere. And the right with the right arm just pounding her, wooka wooka, pounding her, pound town, just left pound town. You feel what I'm saying? Like she took down bad. Her body was just jerking all of these like involuntary movements, like a rag doll, like a rag doll. And girl, when I tell you that house, the way them girls was looking like, oh, we in something for real. Yes, sister, wake up. Keep your head on the swivel when your P's and Q's around here, girl. The way she did her was really, 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 really bad. She did her in a bad way, in a worse way. Even Baby Tyson said, like, yeah, Patricia, she wore out. She looked like she tired. She looked like she needed to lay down. She looked like she needed to just not be there, to be honest with you. You feel what I'm saying? So Baby Tyson said she was a punching bag. And honestly, punching bag, ragdoll, yeah, definitely. After she got finished beating up, she hollering, "What was the reason?" But what was the reason? Because girl, she was looking for, you know what I mean? Like, girl, she popped you. She more than popped you. But it was bad. Sad was in a confessional. She basically said like it wasn't a real reason. Like she sized her up basically. And that's not hard. That's not hard to believe, not hard to believe at all, actually. So she got the house shook. She got the house shook bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see if I got a picture of them girls. Them girls are just sitting there looking like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, house is looking all disheveled. Look at her all the way on the right, y'all, putting on her lip gloss, peeping the scene. Like, yeah, and what about it? All them girls look a little shook up. Baby Tyson look a little annoyed, like, but them twins looking a little something sad, looking like, girl, that's it for me. And Baby Tyson like, huh? Putting on her lip gloss, like, I mean, not Baby Tyson, Nuggets on all the way on the right, looking like, and what about it? Girl. So FERRARI starts seeing the house rules. As she's seeing the house rules, finally we're getting through the whole list. No limbs allowed. So that means we got to get that out of here. I don't care if it's one of y'all, if it's two y'all, they got to go. Number 2 is no sneaking. She's like, we already went over that. I skipped number 3. I don't know what it was. The 4th rule was put that shit on, which is cool. And then number 5 was, we got to keep it 100 all the times. Like if you hear about something, you let me know. If you don't want to speak on it, I'll say something or whatever. Baby Tex was in a confessional like, girl, you did all of this, but I'm going to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Nobody care about them rules. And, FERRARI basically says, if y'all don't like the rules, we already got the house, we already got the room set up. If y'all don't like our rooms, if y'all don't like the rules, y'all can get out or whatever. So Nugg sitting there like, you ate that, FERRARI. She was like, FERRARI all lost, huh? What you say? She's like, you ate that. She's like, girl, shut up. Like, whatever. FERRARI, it was one of those situations where a person is nervous and you don't know what they actually trying to say because I just saw you beat that girl up real bad. I'm kind of nervous anyway. What you say? Like, huh? Huh? She gave very much nervous, girl. You don't know what somebody say you ate that? What can you mistake that as? It's supposed to be young and reckless. Young girls know that, girl, you ate that. What's 4 plus 4? Like, come on, stay with it. Anyway, the girls are sitting there looking all spooked or whatever. Baby Tyson, I told she was in the confessional. She don't even care. Boom. So FERRARI goes into her room. She's just letting me know, like, I can't believe this is how we doing it this season. Rich and let's not allow. She don't, saying her big one. It was really kind of cute. The girls are, going into their own rooms. I think that it's interesting that they have the girls at assigned rooms at this point. Interesting from a production standpoint. I want to see how it's going to play out. Because, mid-season, everybody be like switching up on each other. So Renee and Trills were posed, in the same room or whatever. So I guess they put us together because, we're both from Houston. And Renee like, well, you don't look happy talking to Baby Tyson or whatever. And she's like, yeah, well, you made that comment downstairs and I don't really know what that's about. She was like, oh, no, it's not nothing like that. It's not nothing like that. So Renee, I'm going to call her Trills because Renee is getting on my nerve. Trills was very much so like, oh no, girl, it wasn't like that. It was just, I'm just saying, like, whatever the case. So Baby Tyson in confessional lets it be known that um Renee had made a comment like, we should be doing the rooms based on how people look. And Baby Tyson says, well, what's that supposed to mean? And she was like, and then Trills responded like, well, what you thought I was talking about you? Why would you think that? Kind of like playing to her insecurities a little bit. And so Baby Tyson basically says, like, I just got these cities. Like everybody start from somewhere and I don't like those type of people, which I can respect and I do understand. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a come up story. She looked like she's one of those girls who had a come up story. I know y'all like the story I gave for Nugg. I ain't gonna give a story on Baby Tyson, but I'm clocking it. Clock that T, Baby Tyson. I mean, we'll get into that another time. But I do think that, she was offended by that because she felt like, girl, I'm a come up girl. So, whatever. Trills in the confessional still popping in. Like, what I'm just saying is the girls that have $1,300 wigs need to be in one house, one room, and the girls that got $500 wigs need to be in a different room. Now, hear me out. I'm not elitist. I'm not colorist. I'm not any of those things. You understand what I'm saying? However, it's like when you have certain things, and it could be basic things, and people are not used to it, they try to use your shit and, take it or whatever, because they're coming from a place of like desperation almost. You know what I mean? Like, girl, you didn't even have to steal that. I would have given you something if you was hungry. You feel what I'm saying? So I kind of understand where she's coming from, but then I kind of don't, because you're just being like one of those girls who feel like you're so elevated because you got some lip filler. I'm not with that at all. I'm somewhere in between what Trills is saying and what Baby Tyson is saying, because everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not even trying to be on no funny shit, but however, I don't want somebody coming into my house and they live in, you know, a dilapidated house and don't got no, running water, and they on some about to beat me up shit. Bitch, what you about to beat me up and live in my house? You gotta like where I'm cool, and I don't, I'm not saying I'm a rich girl, not yet anyway. Okay. I want to be wealthy, not even rich, but you get what I'm trying to say, y'all. You know what I mean? Like I understand. I can imagine like South Central Baddies, they was over there stealing $2, $3, $4, $500. Like I wouldn't want none of my shit stolen, is what I'm trying to say. You get me? So moving right along, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that she was keeping it real playful with Baby Tyson, because she's getting a little bit scared, a little shook up, and we're gonna see the reasons why. So Sav and Renee ended up rooming together anyway. She was like, I linked up with her, and it is what it is. Like, this is my girl, and that's cool, that's cute, that works out for them. So Ferrari is talking about Patricia, and, she was trying to give her like a little calm down story, a little woosah moment. She was like, this girl came out of nowhere. I don't know what she want to fight me for, this and the third. And I was just chilling. I said to everybody, bro. Who says to everybody, bro? And Ferrari sitting there gassing it like, girl, you was the life of the party. You was the life of the party, girl. I hate it before she gas me, ho. Don't gas me up. I don't need it. I do not need no gasoline. Tell me for real. But in the next scene, we got Trills, Nuggs, Sav, and Ferrari. And Trills is still pressing Sierra. She's like, yeah, Sierra was that girl who left that show because she went to go be with that nigga. And Ferrari's like, what show? What you talking about? She was like, yeah, remember it was saying like she had left that show because she had, got beat up and she wanted to leave the show when she ended up leaving with, like, on Close Friends or whatever. So Nugg is in the back. This is her with the bonnet on in the back. Nugg is in the back talking about some, oh, you messy. She's like, yeah, I'm messy a little bit. So Ferrari like, oh, she gotta go. Just hyping it up, just getting into it or whatever. And so Ferrari goes downstairs and we're introduced to a new girl. Her name is Heffa, I think, or whatever. She go by Miss Blunt. I ain't gonna say the word, but she comes to the house. She's already friends with Nugg. She hops on her, and oh my god, this is my home girl. We're gonna see whatever it is that she's gonna do. She seemed like she had cute energy. And then Kai shows up, with some girl in the back with this red wig on, girl. Look at Kai. Kai looked like, she just showed up. She ready to work, child. She looked like she showed up and she's ready to work, baby. So, they show up and Kai was looking all around for her, like, what's going on? You looking for somebody? She's like, nah, I'm just here, sis. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at the river. I'm looking at the view. Kai did her big one, her little confessional. And I just thought that was kind of cute. Like, whatever. So then we're introduced to Milay, I think it is. And she looks to me like she's like a Samoan girl. Don't you know how like those Samoan, like Hawaiian, Pacific Islander girls be looking? She got that look about her. But she's Trill's good homegirl, and she's talking to Trills, and they, talk, and she's like, well, what's going on? Ain't nobody trying to press me. You see my lace still on. They're like, girl, yes, lace by Stacy. Like, these are good homegirls. She's like, they did a little meet and greet. They know each other from, being outside because we's outside. Milan keeps stressing that she's a girl's girl, and that's another term for she can't fight. And she said, "Well, I just want to keep it cute." She said, "Girl, that's all we can do." She's like, she's not expecting no real beef. This girl right here is not expecting no real beef. She just thinks that she want to be on this show and get her name out there and skate through the process. And some people do, but most people don't. And I just feel like we gonna have to see how Milan is giving it up. And they kind of sit outside and they talk. These girls kind of actually look alike. These girls kind of actually look alike. Maybe they got the same lace doctor. Maybe they got the same injector. They got the same kind of every little, like their whole little style is similar. Even when they went outside on the balcony and was talking for a second, I was a little kind of bored. I was a little bored with Milana. I mean, Trill's give it up because she's messy and she's funny. Milan, baby, we're gonna have to really kind of get into it. So Kai is in a room talking to Ferrari, and they're trying to say like, what's going on with Mel at the airport? Because remember, like a couple of weeks ago, Mel was at the airport saying that Kai apologized to her. Kai sitting in the corner like, you know what? I ain't even gonna say nothing. You say something. So Red Wig just hops in and starts explaining. And what is she doing with this T-shirt bra on with these little basketball shorts? Is that a T-shirt bra and basketball shorts? Girl, no. And I don't like you already because you playing Kai's flunky. How you gonna be Kai? Like, I mean, if anybody, not to be a flunky ever, but girl, who are you? I don't even think they introduced her. I don't even think they introduced her. Anyway, Kai is basically like popping in and out of the story, but she was just like, I apologize for calling her a crackhead because she ain't ever doing no crack. You know what I'm saying? And so Ferrari's like, well, I feel like me and her should be able to patch things up because I never even call her that or whatever the case or whatever. So they're talking. She was like, she tried to make it seem like I was begging for forgiveness on that flight from Arizona, and it was not that. It was just that if I called her that, I was apologetic and we moved past. But at the end of the day, I'm not on that. Kai's a lot of things, but she's not scary. So the girls end up eating or whatever. They had a little seafood boil. It was like, oh my God, that seafood boil was so lit. Even Trill said it was like, this is a good seafood boil. I don't know what it was on last season, but this season they got a good chef. And that's just like a real shame because we know how y'all be doing with these little private chefs on Now That's TV. Y'all got your cousin in there warming up corn dogs and leftovers from the crock pot, but they're getting real chefs. I wish that Now That TV would incorporate like how they just do like a quick cameo and like see him, even like not even a cameo, but like put that business name on the screen. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm sure they ain't paying them much. I mean, maybe they are, but plug me into the show. Yeah, this is my Instagram, follow that boy, like something like this. But they said the seafood boy was really good, and this is the first time that I'm looking at the food and it actually looked like something like, okay, I love a good seafood boy. Anyway, Milan is popping it towards Baby Tyson. Like, girl, I done seen this. I'm looking at Baby Tyson and she's looking like a manly pit bull who brought her here. I hate when girls like start comparing women to dogs and everything like this. And it's just like, girl, why are you calling this girl manly pit bull looking? Why would you do that? Why would you call that girl who brought this man in here? Who brought this pit bull? Why would you do that? And that just lets me know Baby Tyson popped you. Or is about to, which makes sense because Baby Tyson is already on Trill's heels and you Trill's good girlfriend. So y'all about to get snatched up, basically. Anyway, they get, oh no, so Mel pops up. That's what happened. Mel shows up. And when Mel shows up, um, I really feel like Ferrari and Mel's little situation really needs to be discussed. Like it really needs to be discussed because honestly, when she popped up, I was just like, damn, like, Big Shroom really did that last season. Like, she really did that. And everybody was like, oh, she eating Ivory, oh, la, 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 she weird, da, da, da. But she really cared. She was one of the only ones that was really able to go toe to toe with Ivory. I don't want to hear y'all say Kai in the comments because she had that one little feed and that was it. But no, Mel was going round for round with her. she was giving it up like South Central baddies do. You feel what I'm saying? So, Mel shows up. She got her plate already. Baby Mel came in with the plate at the door. And so Farrah like, well, what's tea? What's tea or whatever? And then, Melanie broke it down. Like, I don't care. Like, I didn't like how y'all tried to play me on a true situation. Like, I wasn't the only one. Like, KP took one, Farrah took one. Like, everybody else did one too. And then Sav, where you at, Sav or whatever? Like, she was in that confessional talking about somebody did a line. Like, I ain't never do no line or whatever. Sav come downstairs looking all stupid in the face, like my son. Yeah, and Mel goes off like, and I really want to smack you. I really want to smack you. Sav was just like, yeah, well, I understand. Sav was shook. So, I just feel like Mel came from a different perspective. She was like, y'all ganged up on me. Y'all really didn't give me a chance. Y'all was calling me a bully, but Ivory was already beating y'all ass before I even got there. So how was I the bully? Which is tea, like, girl, which is real tea. Ivory was in there already whooping on y'all. She was like, you told Ivory to get at me, to fight me. She's like, I never told Ivory to fight you. I told you to fight KP. But what it was Big Shroom was wilding that night. And security couldn't really handle her. So they kind of like enlisted Ivory. If y'all remember, they kind of got Ivory on her because nobody else could really fuck with her. So she felt like, you told her to do your big one, and that's just weird. So she's like, y'all ganged up on me. I really didn't give me an opportunity to send a third. Stab just sitting there looking like all, in the confession, like, yeah, I feel like woman to woman, I could have given Mel a chance. And at the reunion, they all ganged up on Mel, and she still stood on 10. And she's still there season 2. So they talk about legacy. It's like, yeah, well, that's the conversation you need to have with legacy, Ferrari or whatever. Mel says in a confessional, she was shot in the head with a BB gun, and it changed her mind about a whole bunch of different things. So she's coming with a new and improved attitude, so to speak. So, they're on a sprinter and they're on their way to their event. They're on a sprinter, and I guess Ferrari's song had came on, and she like, oh no, let's change that song. This is Mel. Oh no, let's change that song. Who is that? Who is that? Like already popping or whatever. And so she was like, girl, why is he playing that song? Whatever. So they shading each other like, girl, you swore Ivory was your girlfriend. You think Ian like Ivory likes your girl? She's like, yeah, that is my friend. And she was like, yeah, her and Legacy. Well, I bet you me and Legacy is more friends than you and Ivory. We ain't you and Ivory. That's what she said or whatever. She was like, yeah, Legacy ho, because all the girls in the background was like, Ferrari ho. She's like, yeah, Legacy ho, like, going up for her girl. I'm like, damn, that's really, really cute, Mel. You against the whole, I don't want to say the whole house already, but like you just standing on what you talking about. But the whole gag is, why is you just the first day back there and you already in control of the music, turning off the whole shit? Ferrari, this is your decline right here because people is already seeing that Mel is coming in checking you. Mel is already coming in, controlling the music, turning your song off. That's the theme song of the whole show. That's setting the whole tone. Using your slogan, Rory ho, putting your ops name in there, Legacy ho. And why you got control of the music anyway? It's your first day back. Anyway, girl, they arrived to this little boxing match or whatever. They arrived to this little thing or whatever. We're introduced to this new girl, Keon or whatever the girl name was. And I just feel like, girl, wrong time, wrong place. Ain't nobody really care. Trill said, like, I don't care, like, F you, girl. This is the wrong time. I got other beef in mind. So they're sparring. And when they're sparring, like some of the girls was really giving it up. Like this was a whole concept of I want to see who's who. You feel what I'm saying? They wanted to see who was who right now. And so some girls was giving it up. Some girls was just so ass. Sad. When I tell you the way she was throwing them punches, baby, my 2-year-old got better for him. My 2-year-old can throw a better punch than Sad was doing. It's that if you said you was coming with it this season, like girl, you can't throw a punch. I'm just saying, girl. Trill was even ass her. Trill's punching skills was ass her. So after that little sparring situation, they like, yeah, but we about to pull out some cards. So the cards they're pulling out is like the stand on business cards, which I think is cute. It's a nice way to say we're gonna see, who gonna fight now, who gonna fight next, who gonna stand on business. Let's see what is given. I like how they did the card scenario versus just being messy, like big Lex Betty confessions, whatever, the burn book, and this is cute, simple. So, I think Mel was the first one to read the card, and it was like Sav was scared when Mel came in, pussy gal or whatever. So obviously, Patricia, that was you, girl. That was obviously you, Patricia. You ain't saying nothing. So Tay Tay reads one, and so she said, "I feel like." Oh no, I don't know who read it. So somebody reads it. Sierra read the story, the thing. It was like, I feel like it's a lot of nitpicking coming on. So Tay pops up like, yeah, I said that. And she's like, yeah, I said that to you, Renee, because I feel like you be talking about Sierra and you ain't really doing nothing. Renee ain't say nothing. She was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Nobody said nothing the whole time. Patricia ain't say nothing. And Tay, Renee ain't say nothing. Nobody said nothing. So then out of nowhere, Ferrari's like, okay, well, we're gonna just turn the punching bags around. Actually, turn the punching bags around as pictures of each girl. So Nugg literally sees Patricia picture, punches it, takes it down, rips it up into 1,000 pieces. Mel steps on, punches Irie, punching bag all up or whatever, steps on it. You know what I mean? So Renee goes over to the twins. Girl, when I tell you she gave a pathetic kick, she going to kick the thing or whatever. She yeah, I'm just going to do this, whatever. So the twins like, okay, girl, that little weird ass kick. So the twins go over to her punching bag and just started winging it. Wop, 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 come up. You know what I'm saying? And so when they finally get on to the this is her about to do this kick. Oh, that was her sparring. Look at her, a mess, girl. So finally they get into the sprinter. And Renee is like, yeah, well, I just feel like it's kind of weird because she was talking to Tay Tay. Tay Tay is the bigger one. 10 is the girl that's sitting right here with the Nike Pro on. And she's like, oh, well, I just feel like it was weird because I ain't had no issue with you. I had an issue with your sister. Girl, they are sisters. What did you think? That's so stupid. She was like, well, do we have a problem with you? She was like, well, which fade do you want? Who do you want? Or whatever. So 10 start getting in her face or whatever. Like, girl, what we're gonna do is literally like, you know how the boxing matches be like face on face, like we about to face off. And it wasn't until the security guards came up that I feel like 10 started popping off. And I think her twin tried to jump in it. We're gonna see a sprinter fight. And we're gonna see how that actually plays out. Mel looked like she was on one already. And that was kind of like how the episode ended. They're gonna probably stroll on trails because the way that she was sparring lets me know everything I need to know about that girl. Anyway, yeah, let's get into these final thoughts. So this episode was really cute. This episode was cute. Like we're like 30 minutes in and I have so much to say and discuss. When I watch Baddies, it's gonna be like, like girl, a 10-minute review. That's because they're not giving us enough. Look how much we just did in this little bitty episode. Now I'm sure it's gonna be a moment where it's gonna be like, oh, this is a filler episode, but there's still something to discuss. There's still something to be said. And that's all I'm gonna say between the Baddies and the Young and Reckless comparisons. However, let's just make it known that they're eating them up. So let's get into Big Shroom. Big Shroom cleared the room, girl. When Melanie had that situation, when she was talking to Ferrari, like, girl, Ferrari won. You about to let this girl come in and dominate. You needed to hide behind Ivory in season 1. It was very apparent. You and Ivory are not even that cool now. And this op is back, and you don't even know how to handle it. You don't even know how to take it. And to be quite honest with you, I feel like Now That's TV in general did Mel dirty because she got a bad at it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Ivory is the golden child, the star child over there at Now That's TV. However, there's something to be said if a person can really come up against her and really be like, yeah, that's whatever. People underestimate the persuasion and the influence that an underdog has. We love to see people be dethroned. It's just like one of the things that we enjoy. You get what I mean? And I feel like Melanie is that girl. She's funny. She big. She's still cute. Ivory's still cute. Like, I'm not taking anything away from Ivory. What I'm saying is Mel is a star too. And she could be a bigger star Now That's TV. How they like to overuse Ivory, they can put Mel in some of them spots because I feel like she is keeping it real. And all like, oh, she's out of control. She ain't no more out of control than Ivory. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like we owe her as a whole, as a consumers, more opportunity to be like, okay, girl, let's see what you got then. This duo, okay. Sav and Trills linking up. This makes so much sense. One, they both can't fight. Two, it's like we're all done up. We're pretty girls. We don't need this. Da 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 da. This and a third. Like, it makes sense for them to be linking up like this. You know what I mean? Like, I just see the division happening. They both can't fight and they both pop a lot in the confessionals. Sav did that first season. Trills is on that the second season. Very much. She already knew Trills came in knowing that she was going to link with Sav. That's how it feels. Whatever. Know your lane, know your brand. And I didn't mean to go on. I think that Nugg did too much. I think Nugg did too much. That fight with Patricia, it was like you really didn't have no reason for real. Not like that. You ain't had no real major beef. Sav called it out. She was just like, yeah, she saw that, she couldn't beat me up. So she figured why not? Why don't I get in here and show these girls? She kind of was really giving me like the prison mentality. You get locked up, you go to county jail. The first time somebody try you, just wail on them like real crazy. To let the other girls know, like, bitch, don't try me because I'm crazy. And she used Patricia to do that. Now, Patricia, girl, that's a whole nother story. I just feel like the way that Nugg beat her up like that, and I said this in a few of my other reviews, there's a difference between I'm a good fighter and I like to fight, I like to spar, I like to bot, whatever. And then there's another type of fighter who has like generational childhood trauma and they respond in this very like aggressive, almost like a spirit takes over them and they just like be used by the chaos demon. Like it just felt like that. It felt like that. And I don't think that that type of person, like she didn't need to, when the girl was starting to flail around and do all of that, you could have just like give it and popped it. Like it's like seeing Taseki keep beating people up. And we all know Taseki is a eater. But I don't want to see Taseki keep beating bitches up in a real bad way. You know what I'm saying? Like after a while, but like, damn, you start feeling bad for Patricia. We start, making Patricia, siding with her, making like Nugg came out less likable after she beat her up. If that makes sense. Nugg came out less likable for beating that girl up like that. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think. Drop down in the comments. Let me know, who are you feeling? Do you agree with the final thoughts? What was a highlight for you? Sound off in the comments. Let me know. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.